Award-winning handcrafted lagers and ales brewed on site. Perfect to enjoy with their mouth-watering southern smoked barbecue, ribs, and other meats and vegetables. See their menu online at bullandbones.com. Bull and Bones, first in Maine, South Main Street, Blacksburg, and at the Pete Dye River Course Clubhouse.
Every Friday this season at Lewis Gale Field is a Freedom Friday, presented by Freedom First Credit Union. The Salem Sox will be sporting special military camo jerseys, and each Friday night features post-game fireworks. Plus, the first 500 fans receive a player poster of a spotlighted Salem Red Sox player. The next Freedom Friday is June 26th at 7:05 versus the Frederick Keys. Get your tickets today at salemsox.com or by calling 540-389-3333.
Roanoke College is proud to serve the Roanoke Valley. For over 150 years, thousands of local students have attended Roanoke College as the largest single group at the college. They have gone on to distinguished careers as cabinet officers, congressmen, judges, teachers, physicians, entrepreneurs, and church leaders. Their students have gone on to perform tens of thousands of hours of community service in the Valley. They believe that serving the leadership and the educational needs of the Valley is their priority. Roanoke College, higher education, higher expectations.
Salem 5 and Frederick 1 after 2 innings here at Lewis Gale Field. A good start to the second half of the year. The Red Sox offense doesn't seem to be affected by the lack of experience the last couple days. 3 consecutive days off, or the fact that Manny Margot, Jake Urbanski, Sam Travis are all out of the lineup with their promotions to AA Portland. Arron Wilkerson gave up a leadoff triple in the top of the first inning. He's since retired 6 in a row and gets 8, 9, and 1. In the Frederick order here against right-handed Winston Sawyer to start things off. And the first baseman for the Keys today takes it upstairs and inside, 1-0. Sawyer, Caronia, and Hart, 8, 9, and 1 for Frederick. Wilkerson winds and throws, and that one misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Winston Sawyer played in just 10 games for the Keys. He's 6 for 33 on the season. This is his 8th start of the year at first base, despite being listed as a catcher. And he takes a strike. He has started 3 times behind the dish this season for Frederick, who has 3 catchers on the roster. Chance Cisco obviously catching tonight. They have Sawyer and also Austin Wings on the bench. 2-1, and this one's fought off down the right field line and out of play by the right-hander hitting Sawyer. Arron Wilkerson's been pretty darn good. The right-hander from Hewitt, Texas, 26 years of age, 6'3", 200. Fastball, slider, curveball, and changeup for the non-drafted free agent, picked up by Boston last season. 2-2. And a breaking ball, missed outside. Full count now. Seems like he'll be a heavy part of the rotation here for the Red Sox in the second half, with Denny Batista's departure. Full count to Sawyer, and the pitch is swung on and chopped sharply foul down the third base line. Just missed an extra base hit there. And that's good news for the Red Sox when he's in the rotation, because he has not allowed many runs at all. Obviously gave up 1 in the first inning today, but entering play today, he had given up just 3 earned runs in 33 innings as a starter for the Red Sox. And in those starts, he's 3-0. A 38-8 strikeout to walk ratio. Just gets the ball and throws strikes. Nothing fancy for this right-hander. Into the line now, his payoff pitch. The breaking ball swung on and driven high and deep down the left field line. Long run for Cersei, still going into the corner, and he watches this one bounce foul. Sawyer thought it was at least going to be a fair ball. He was already halfway around first, heading for second. 5-1, Red Sox have the lead. 2 in the first, 3 in the second against Salem native Mikey O'Brien. Rough start for the homecoming for O'Brien. The Red Sox being rather rude hosts, but they'll take it here to get the second half of the season started. Red Sox will start the second half with 6 consecutive home games, 3 against Frederick, and then Lynchburg in for 3 Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. 3-2 pitch, and Sawyer fights it off foul into the protected netting. Second half of the season is, after this homestand, a lot of road games. 15 of the next 20 after this 6-game homestand. It will be on the road for the Sox. Obviously, the Salem Fair, which is already starting to set up, is causing that. Again, Sawyer fights off the foul, or the 3-2 pitch, and fouls it off. And there won't be another off day for this team, scheduled at least, until July 14th. It's 19 games before an off day. Payoff again to Sawyer, and he swings and misses at a high fastball. He's down on strikes. Second K for Wilkerson, and that's 7 in a row set down by the right-hander from Texas. That'll bring in Anthony Caronia, left-handed hitting third baseman, who played a good amount with Frederick in the first half. But he's starting in the number 9 spot today. Caronia, 262 hitter, 1 home run, and 18 RBIs. This Keys team just devastated by roster moves. Left-handed hitter takes the first pitch down and away for ball 1. Obviously, it's a good thing if you're losing guys, right? Like the Red Sox, they lost Margot, Travis, and Romansky. Great for them. And they obviously have some great reinforcements coming up from Greenville. As the 1-0 is fouled back to our left, 1-1. With 8 All-Stars on the drive, 3 of them joining the team today. But man, oh man, Frederick lost the player of the month, arguably the best player in the entire league at one point, in Trey Mancini. They also lost Drew Dosh, 1-1. Swinging a bouncer to the right side, picked by Betts. His first chance as a first baseman. He handles it cleanly, runs to the base, and steps on it for the second out. 2 down in the third, back to the top of the order, and Josh Hart. Salem on top, 5-1. But Frederick has had 8 players receive a promotion this season. Dosh, Trey Mancini, Austin Wins, who's now back here, Dennis Torres, Jonathan Ramos, Caronia, who just bounced out, and Jarrett Miller, who has since been released, and Tucker Nathans, who got promoted today after representing the Keys in the California-Carolina League All-Star game on Tuesday night. Here's Hart. He swings at the first pitch, bounces it up the middle and through into center field, a base hit. So Josh Hart, the leadoff guy for Frederick, is 2 for 2. The rest of the team is 0 for 8. Second hit of the day for the Keys, and they get a 2-out base runner here in the third. But Nathans, who got bumped up, was hitting .290 with 7 homers and 30 runs batted in. Mancini was basically leading the league in everything. He's still second in the league in hitting. But the 2, 3, and 4 guys in the Carolina League in batting have all been promoted. Mancini, Sam Travis, and Sean Godfrey of Carolina. They all got promoted during the All-Star break. Or Mancini's case, earlier. Here's Johnny Rudiger now. Left-handed hitter. And the first pitch misses high, 1-0. But that's minor league baseball, right? If your team's losing a bunch of guys, it means you had some pretty good guys. And as members of the team or employees of the team, you're excited to see guys get opportunities. Same thing for us with Margot, Travis, and Romansky, and Jerez. Wilkerson gets a high strike on the outside corner. Salem's had a ton of promotions this season. Heck, they've had almost 40 players play for the team already. Already seen Kyle Kraus get promoted, Oscar Tejeda. Joe Gunkel, who's since moved on to the Orioles organization in Double-A. Spin and throw to first, diving back in is Hart. Jorge Marban, Anuri Tavares. And then Manny Margot, Jake Hermansky, Sam Travis, and Williams Jerez. By my count, that's 8. 4 of which over the All-Star break. 1-1 the count on the lefty Rudiger, who grounded out to short back in the first inning. It drove in a run. Throw over to first, and Hart, who had a big lead, just got back in. I can't count, obviously. That's 9 guys that have been promoted to Salem or to Double-A Portland. So Frederick has a legitimate beef, but the Red Sox keep getting help. There are 9 guys gone. It'll be interesting to see how this second half unfolds. 1-1, runners off from first. The pitch is outside. Weems throw down to second. On target, the tag, and not in time. Hart just slid in under the tag of Zue Lin, apparently, but a tremendous throw from Weems. Hart's a really fast runner, and he almost threw him out anyway, despite a great jump. So Hart steals his 10th base of the season. He's now 10 for 13. The Keys had the 3rd most steals in the league with 74, trailing Winston-Salem and Salem, who led the league in the first half. Pitch was called a strike, though, to Rudiger. It's now a ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs top of the third. 5-1 Red Sox. A look to second and a deep breath for Wilkerson. Now comes home. And a breaking ball swung on and shot up the middle. That's a base hit. Hart racing around third. All day up with it in center. The throw will be way out in front of the plate. And scoring from second is Josh Hart. Rudiger with his second RBI of the game. And the Keys get one back here in the third. It's now 5-2. So Frederick manufactures a run here in the third inning. A single, a big steal of second now for Hart. And Rudiger drives in his 13th run of the season and second tonight. So those two guys have been the offense for Frederick thus far. Triple and a ground out in the first. Single, stolen base single here in the second. So now Jeff Kemp. Right-handed hitter who flew out to deep right field his first time. Facing the righty Wilkerson, who's given up 2 runs today. That's a rarity for him. Pitch home, and Kemp fouls the first pitch off to the right side. 2 runs given up, 2 earned runs that is the second most for Wilkerson this season, behind a relief appearance on the 5th of June against Potomac, in which he got roughed up for 4 earned runs. But this is the first time in any start that Wilkerson has given up multiple earned runs. He's only given up 3 prior to today. Runners going, the pitch is swung on and grounded softly left side. Lynn deep in the hole at short, gloves, throws to first, not in time. A little bit of a mix-up on a broken bat single. Vinicio started to go over. Lynn was racing to cover the bag and then had to backtrack, and by the time he got there, he had no chance. So Kemp with a broken bat single and 3 straight 2-out hits for the Keys. And they'll bring the tying run to the dish here in Brendan Webb. So Frederick seeing Wilkerson well, although nothing's really been hard hit. The Hart triple was. Aside from that, a lot of soft contact, which we usually see against Arron Wilkerson. Webb popped out to the third baseman Vinicio in foul territory, right up against the Red Sox dugout in foul territory the first time. And the first pitch misses high, 1-0. Brendan Webb hit .269 for the Keys in the first half. 6 home runs and 27 runs batted in for Webb. 6 home runs, third most on the team, but most among active players. And he swings here and fouls it up over the net and out of play, evening the counts. Mancini had 8 home runs. Nathans had 7. Webb had 6. Left-handed hitter who was drafted by the Orioles. Took him away from a scholarship at the University of South Carolina. They picked him out of Palomar Junior College just a couple seasons ago. Runners lead first and second, the 1-1. This is down and away. 2 balls and a strike. We're in the top of the third. 5-2 Salem on top of Frederick. Kevin Burke with you from Lewis Gale Field. Thanks for tuning in to the opener of the 2015 second half. Red Sox 38-32 in the first half. Fell 3.5 games short of division title, behind the eventual champ, Myrtle Beach Pelicans. 2-1. And a swing and a line drive lifted to left center. Cersei towards the gap. Has it. And he reaches up to make the catch. So a hard hit ball, the hardest hit of the inning probably, comes from Webb, but it's right at Cersei, and the inning is over. Keys get a run on 3 base hits. They strand a pair, and after 2.5, Salem 5, Frederick 2 on the Salem Red Sox Radio Network.
At Salem Health and Rehabilitation Center, they believe that providing the best care starts with getting to know you first. Their LifeWorks